My name is Problematic, and tonight we're doing something a little bit differently from our normal, playthroughs. We just, we, I decided that I want to try out some visual novels tonight. I originally couldn't decide on some of the games I wanted to put on, and also I'm terribly sorry if the music is a little loud. It was actually much louder before I turned down like the full volume. But I decided that tonight I wanted to try doing something along the lines of visual novels because I have a bit of a backlog of games that I have yet to fully play. So, I hope that you get to sit back, relax, and enjoy some visual novel storytelling with me doing some terrible voice acting tonight. And if you are interested in checking out any of these games, as far as I can tell, they were all free to play. I don't think I paid for one of them on Steam or Itch or wherever I got some of them, as far as I can remember, primarily through Steam. But as for the first one tonight, I believe that 2 out of the 3 of these are actually pretty short. So the first one being tonight, it's a long title, let me make sure. Yes, Taking My Dark Knight Girlfriend to the Corner Store. Sounds like an anime that they just happened to say like, hey, let's put something together because this could be a fun story. All right, so I believe the volume is low enough. I didn't touch the the actual voice settings at all, so hopefully that this is loud enough for everybody. I'm at my typical volume. I'm going to turn the music volume up just a pinch. I just don't want to be like overwhelmingly loud in my ears just because of like how loud it was. But without further ado, let's get started. Taking My Dark Knight Girlfriend to the Corner Store. Okay, yep, that's definitely better. These tomatoes are pretty good. But I haven't tried this one before. And it does cost more. But it might be nice to do something special for Brunhilde. But it might be worse. Brunhilde? Lady Dana, there you are. I momentarily lost you amid the cacophony of neon and noise. Oh, this is probably a sensory overload for her. There's definitely a lot more flashing screens and old pop music in this world than there is back in hers. What is your inquiry? I almost want to ask her which tomatoes to get before realizing how silly I am for worrying about it. It's nothing. What do you think of this store? 'Tis a cornucopia of indulgence and vice. We can truly procure findings for our quest here. Yeah, we can get stuff for dinner here. It's a lot closer than the supermarket, and I don't have a car, so... If my loyal steed could have made the journey through the portal, distance would be no object. I don't know, you might have trouble finding a parking space with a skeleton horse. Hi, Straccia! Then I'd make one. I'm once again torn between being swooning and being the voice of reason. The latter continues to grow quieter and quieter. You've probably got to stop carving trucks in half. We want to keep a low profile. If they were not meant to be cleft in twain, they would not fall so easily to my blade. Most things fall easily to your blade. My point stands. Well, I suppose it does. As for how a loser like me got together with an awesome dark knight from another world, well, on my way home one day, slushies do sound good. A late night slushy would be nice, Straccia. I saw something like a portal open in the sky. Jesus! Hello, Brunhilde. She walked up to me and asked, "Can you lead me to the Grey Wizard?" Without thinking about it, I agreed. Since that day, we've spent every moment pursuing this quest. Investigating the park, investigating the coffee shop. I mean, those are popular places, so the Grey Wizard is probably at one of those locations, right? Okay, I don't know who the Grey Wizard is or where they would be. And once she figures that out, or once she does find them, whichever happens first, she's going to leave. But she had nowhere to go. What if she had to sleep in a crappy motel, or worse, the street? What if they made her work at a call center for minimum wage? It's just too much to think about. And maybe the fact that she's really gorgeous has something to do with it. So sue me. It would be burdensome to lodge a dark night at your quarters. I'm sure a lady such as thyself engaged to be wed. No, I mean, I'm not. I don't even have a girlfriend. That is hard to believe. In my realm, such a fair maiden would have countless suitors. Oh, well, are you speaking from experience? Few would be brave or foolish enough to refer to a dark night as a fair maiden. Regardless, I have taken up vows. My spirit is wed to the Dark One, who has granted upon me power in form in exchange for my service in this life and the next, though my vows prevent me from taking an interest in a suitable maiden. Her stare was intense, all-consuming. I wanted nothing more than to be overwhelmed by it. I understand not the purpose of these glasses. When I snap out of my thoughts, Brunhilde is wearing a pair of novelty sunglasses from the display near the register. They're sunglasses. They protect your eyes. This flimsy material would not stop even a dull arrow. I mean, from the sun. But you look cute in them. A dark night is not cute. I don't know about that. I get back to shopping. From the corner of my eye, when she thinks I'm not looking, I see her strike a minor pose as she looks at herself in the mirror. Then she puts the sunglasses back without a word. Oh, look at this. They sell protein powder here now? Brunhilde would have been Oh my god. Brunhilde has really been enjoying her shakes, and I'm running low on stuff to make them with. Let's see what they have. Creme brulee, dark chocolate, banana, graham cracker, rosewater, sea salt, sundae delight. Tempting. Primal ape warfare muscle mix. Just protein. I feel like Brunhilde would want something simpler, but we're gonna go with creme brulee, dark chocolate, banana, graham cracker, rosewater, sea salt, sundae delight, I think. It's utterly indulgent. That's like 6 different flavors. But Brunhilde works so hard. She deserves a treat when she's done lifting the couch all morning. I turn to show Brunhilde what I've picked, only to realize she isn't. Oh. I look around for her frantically and find her next to a claw machine full of stuffed animals. Oh, she's a plushie girl. Do they have claw machines in your world? There exist such things called claw machines, but they serve a far more violent purpose than in your world. This appears to be something of a carnival amusement. Yeah, it kind of is. Do you want to play? Petty amusements are beneath a dark night. What if the Grey Wizard won a prize? There's no way she's falling for that, and I know it. But I've never seen someone want to play a claw machine more in my life. I had not even considered it. I fish a coin out of my purse and insert it into the machine. It lights up. Brunhilde places her hand on the lever. Gentle, like this. Without thinking, I place my hand atop of her gauntlets to guide her. A layer of mithril separates us, but we're holding hands. What amuses you so? Nothing. I haven't played one of these in a while. How should we do this? Aggressively. Gently. Let's be gentle about it. These things take finesse. We tilt the lever. It picks up a stuffed rabbit by the ear, then drops it before it reaches the chute. Darn. Sorry, it looks like we lost. Rebel scum. You dare defy my will. She turns to me, fire in her eyes. Another coin. Now. Yes, ma'am. I manage to find another coin and feed it into the machine. Despite clearly cheating with some kind of dark magic, the toy rabbit still escapes her grasp. A pathetic waste of time. Hey, cheer up. They rig these things on purpose. Who is they? They shall know the pain and terror of my excruciate spell. I don't know they. I come up with a great idea. Instead of casting spells on anyone, how about I win the prize for you? I know the secret. You keep secrets from me? Only ones that are about crane games. I put down the groceries and focus on the game. Let's be cool about it. Very cool. Nice and cool. I can smell your fear. The claws hovering over the bunny. Let it escape not from its fate. She's counting on me. Now I just need to press the button. I punch the button without hesitation. It hurts my knuckles. Claw tightens around the stuffed bunny. It begins to rise. The stuffed animal teeters. Then it releases down the chute. The machine lights up in victory. Nothing escapes a dark night. A few people are looking. She shoots them a glare, then shuts them down instantly, then claims her prize. Do you like it? It is merely a child's plaything. It is not of personal interest to me. However, it is a personal gift from you. I shall treasure it. She's impressed. I do a little jump in the air. How was it that this trick was revealed to you? I used to hang out at the arcade a lot and watch a lot of random YouTube videos. But that doesn't sound cool, and if she figures it out, then she won't need me anymore. I have my ways. Understandable. If I were to tell you my methods of training, I would be forced to kill you. Normally this would scare me, but it's hard to feel threatened when she's holding her toy rabbit. What are you going to call it? The right of naming falls upon you as the huntress who caught it. She can't think of one, can she? How about Brunhilde? Ahem. Therefore, before the witness of Dark Christ and Lady Donna, it shall be known forevermore as Brunhilde. Rejoice. Yippee! Indeed. She picks up the groceries in her free hand. What else must be procured? We're almost done, but I think we could get a snack too. It shall be done. She might know a lot more than me about swordplay and Dark Christ and stuff, but I know a lot about snacks. Let's see. Nacho cheese flavored Doritos, sour gummy worms, Monster Energy drinks. Oh, she'll never taste a thing like this again. It'll ruin her body. Same like it would anyone else's. Sour gummy worms. I bet she's never had sour candy flavor before. I know she'll love it. Worms. Don't worry, Brunhilde. They're not real worms. I was not worried. I have eaten worms before. Wait, you have? During the Great Famine, the people of the land did what they must to survive. As a knight sworn to the King of Evil, I suffered not the same level of hunger as the peasants. But 'twould sometimes be maggots in the hardtack, among other such pests. Oh, well, these are kind of like that, except they're not real. They're gummy and sour. Nothing ingratiates me to a meal faster than reminiscing upon... Oh, wait. The quest has been fruitful. I can't believe we haven't come to a convenience store yet. Once accustomed to the accostement of sensations, 'tis aptly named. It is the antithesis of the marketable back home. 'Twas open air across several streets, a stall for every good, conversation and haggling around. She pauses, a fluorescent light overhead buzzes, the tiny pop music loops. I can hear the beverage case hum. Despite it all, somehow it's almost crushingly quiet. Every item may be found in but one store here, unguarded upon a shelf. What is to stop us from leaving? Well, some people do that, but if you get caught, you'll get in trouble. The merchant would accost us. The man behind the counter snores, a magazine over his face. Probably not, but still, we shouldn't. Worry not. I may be a dark knight, but I've sworn an oath of honor. I can't read tonight, and if I weren't, I could protect you from such a blackguard with ease. I need to pause. I know you could. Okay, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Strasha, did you just subscribe with Prime for your second month in a row? Thank you. Thank you so much. That is greatly appreciated. Unnecessary as hell, but oh my god, thank you. Let it be said that I don't appreciate it. And we shall continue. There isn't really like a go ahead with like one like scene at a time. I just have to kind of like let it play and read. Thank you again. In fact, this one is on the house because where is it? Come on. I know it's here. Where is it? Here we go. This one's for you. Oh, you did it too. Okay. I didn't think you were going to use it like right away. I thought I was just using it. Okay. Well, there's a free one back to back. Sorry. Oh, God. I need to do something. I need to have a redeem that isn't Danny DeVito's ass in my face. I swear, I need to get something else here. Let's continue on, shall we? I know you could. Do you miss your world? Your understand not. What would it matter if I were to answer yes? My sole objective is to hunt down the Grey Wizard. It is at the forefront of my mind day and night. Upon reciting my oath, I swore to value king and country above all else, even my own life. My feelings are irrelevant. Just because you can't act on those feelings doesn't mean it's bad to have them. Cease such talk. Rumination brings naught but misery. Maybe it's my imagination, but she holds her stuffed rabbit a little more tightly. If her feelings really don't matter to her, then am I just a guide to her? We should head back soon. Indeed, the hour grows late. She still seems glum, more so than usual. Do you want a slushie? When I was a kid, my dad used to drive me out here to get a slushie when I was sad. He would also get himself a pack of cigarettes and some scratch tickets. But still, what is a slushie? You know, it's like a Slurpee. I realized then that clarified nothing at all. You know, kind of like an icy? It's kind of like... Well, it's certainly not mead, I'll say that. The ices are nothing like mead. Snow. But you drink it. Water? No. It's like still snow. Kind of. I fail to see the appeal. You kind of just have to try it. I must wonder why your world uses such childish monikers. What's wrong with our monikers? Slurpee, slushy, icy. These are not beverages. These are the utterances of a newborn. I don't know. Maybe this is a bad time to ask if she wants to watch something on Hulu or Tubi later. I am surprised by the actual brand names being used in this so willy-nilly, if I'm being honest. What would you call it? Elixir of Greater Frost. I love that name. I'm gonna get an Elixir of Greater Frost after stream tonight. It's not like the gas station's closed. Alchemized with properties of the blue raspberry. That does sound cooler. Following my lead, Brunhilde takes a cup for her slushie. I like the blue raspberry flavor. What are you going to get? I shall sample the Mountain Dew. The name is reminiscent of a soothing herbal tea. Before I can tell her otherwise, she's already pouring Mountain Dew flavor into her cup. Maybe she'll like it. Try a sip. Here. I put a straw in her slushie for her. We must first say grace. Grace. 'Tis not what I meant. Alas, without further ado, she takes a sip. A long sip. What's happened? Ah! Ah! This curse! What's happening? What's happening to me? My body? My head? Ah! Oh my god, that hurt my throat a little bit to do. I don't know if I was fully ready for that reading. Oh goodness. Mountain Dew slushy splats everywhere. All that's left of her cup is billowing smoke and ash with a straw in it. Brain freeze? You shouldn't drink that fast. You warned me not about this curse. Sorry, I didn't think... You're still paying for that. Yes, sir. Sorry. Wouldn't be the biggest fucking mess I've had to clean up here. The clerk puts down a wet floor sign near the slushy spill and puts down a sword aftermath sign near the ash. Like all curses, it begins to fade. He glares at Brunhilde. If she notices, she doesn't care. Oh my god, is that the Grey Wizard? If there's one benefit to her inability to keep a low profile, it's that it takes a lot of attention off me. I used to worry much more about if I'm passing before I realized two things. First, nobody's looking at me anymore. They're looking at the awesome 7-foot-tall Dark Knight. Second, if someone did try to heckle me, she'd cleave them in twain. In twain. You can try a sip of mine. Just drink it slowly. She leans in and takes a sip from my straw. The sweetness far exceeds any beverage from my homeworld. The straw is glistening a little from her mouth. I shall procure a blue raspberry to present as an offering upon my return. But then the bounties of your land would doubtless lead to conquest. Darkness would reign for 100 generations. Sure. That's fine. You stare with utmost fascination at your straw. It's nothing. Worry not. When your sun is extinguished, your empires are not but ash, your kings made thralls to the Dark One. You shall remain by my side as my damsel of night. Damsel of night? For now, we return for rest and repose, for our hunt resumes at dawn. We bring our items up to the counter. The man starts scanning our items one at a time, still glaring. I look at his name tag. Tuss, assistant manager. On his lanyard is a pin that says, "Ask me if you need help." Sour gummy worms. Reminds me of how quick things turned sour with my ex-wife. Mayhaps she would have been more charitable towards you should you have withheld such uncouth remarks. I was a great husband. I brought home the bacon. That's what a man's supposed to do. Perhaps she was also a vegetarian. She's got quips. Explains why she left me for a woman. Oh! He's bitter towards lesbians. After what feels like an eternity, he finishes ringing up the items. Alright, your total $17.58. I will pay no more than $12. What the hell? Are you seriously trying to haggle? Sorry, she's from another world. Aren't they all? You will refrain from speaking boorishly to Lady Donna. No, it's fine. Seriously. Look, will one of you ladies or whatever just pay the total already? Her hand moves to the hilt of her sword. Care to repeat that little comment? Do you expect me to believe you got a real sword? What are you gonna do? Attack me? Oh! Excruciate! The cashier rises like he's being lifted on marionette strings. He opens his mouth, but no words escape. Did we just kill a man? Screaming. Even hell itself couldn't contain magnitudes of this suffering. A wrathful light spills out from the corner store like flood waters bursting from a dam. Dude, what the fuck was that? What was that? When the deluge of evil finally breaks, Brunhilde is still holding her blade. Terrifyingly, it's completely spotless. She sheathes it with a single fluid motion and looks back at me over her shoulder. Brunhilde! Not again! You are right. I should have demonstrated more restraint. I forgot to inquire if he knows the Grey Wizard. That's not the problem here. Another customer walks in as I try to tell her off. They take a bag of chips, put $1 on the counter, and leave. The store is now operating even more efficiently. Regardless, he shall be back in an hour of this world's time. For him, far longer shall have passed, enough for him to contemplate his choice of words today. I look up at Tuss, expecting him to say something like, "This is nothing compared to what my ex-wife did." He doesn't move. Brunhilde's unholy power is terrifying. It's like I'm a prey animal and she's an apex predator. She gives a self-assured smirk, casts a look of... I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What the fuck is this word? What is this? What is this word? What language is this? Is this German? Is this supposed to be German? Schadenfreude? I'm going to guess, and that's my best guess at it. At Tuss. She strokes a gauntlet-covered thumb down my cheek. It's cold, and even within just that thumb is enough power to destroy me. But she doesn't. His insults to me mattered not. Sooner would I listen to the suggestions of a louse. But disrespecting my lady is unforgivable. I shan't apologize for defending your honor. Brunhilde, nobody has ever stood up for me. You are invaluable to me, Lady Donna. My breath catches in my throat. I swear I see a dusting of pink on her cheeks. 'Tis with your guidance that I shall find the Grey Wizard as he hides in this realm. Now, come, let us return to your dwelling. The sun is setting over the city. Brunhilde stares at it, the wind tussling her hair. I'm not sure how literal she is about her world being cast into perpetual darkness, but she's been staring at the sky a lot. I stare at the horizon too, imagining I'm seeing it for the first time. The skyscrapers reaching the clouds, the web of highways and trains and walkways, the cascade of electric lights casting a glow over the water. It's so easy to forget how big our world is. Behind every lit window is a person, maybe even a family, all of them, with their own experiences, stories. Brunhilde might be huge in her bulky armor, but when I look back at her, she seems much smaller. Her face is a practiced kind of stoniness. I know that trained stoicism. A defense from the world. A defense from yourself. Wordlessly, I offer my hand. I realize that people are passing us by. Any number of eyes could be on us. She takes it anyway. Her hand feels impossibly strong and also unknowably gentle. Dinner will still be a little bit once we get home. Do you want to try the snack we bought? You refer to the false worms? Yeah, they don't have these in your world, probably. So I really want to see you try some. So be it. She pulls the bag, and it doesn't open. She pulls again, harder. For what reason is this infernal bag so tightly sealed? I sense no arcane energies. You have to tear on the little, cut there. Excruciating. When I look again, there's nothing but ash where the sour gummy worms were. A few of them have survived, charred. She pops one in her mouth. Vile. Overcooked. Well, yeah, you're not supposed to None may command me but dark Christ and my King. Can I command you? She leans in very close then. You may try. I nearly dropped the grocery bags. We reach my apartment soon after. Same old rundown building, cheapest rent I could afford. I think the apartment building's elevator is struggling more with Brunhilde's armor each time. But despite yet another case of excruciate, we're home. I put aside my shoes and keys. Can you hang up your sword? You refer to my Hellfire Thorn sword. Yeah, that one. Can you hang up the sword? You refer to my Hellfire Thorn sword. Yeah, can you hang up the Hellfire Thorn sword? Last time you broke my only lamp, so... Very well. She hangs up the Hellfire Thorn sword. It rests next to the keys and shoes and my X-Files poster. I expect supper shall be finished in a timely manner. We will need our strength for hunting the Grey Wizard like the mongrel he is. Right. I'll get right to work. Brunhilde sits down, the couch cracking beneath her, and pores over maps spread across the table. One of them, parchment map of a realm I've never known. The other, a tourist map of the United States that I impulse bought at a gas station. Every so often she looks at the United States maps and shakes her head. I put on my apron and walk to the kitchen, which is just another shoebox-sized section of my dingy apartment. I get out the ingredients. Jeez. I peek my head out in a hurry. Brunhilde has taken the Hellfire Thorn sword and started sharpening it. One must be prepared for attack at any moment. Could you maybe, keep it down a little? My neighbors are gonna make a noise complaint. For you, I will do my utmost. I return to the kitchen. Well, it's maybe a little quieter. I begin working on dinner, lining up the spices I'm going to be using. I start dicing an onion. My knife is a little dull. My eyes water. Maybe I should sharpen my knife like Brunhilde does with her blade. But I don't want to bother her now. And I don't want her to see me sniffling. I haven't put effort into meals for a while. It feels like a waste when it's just myself. But every night since Brunhilde has moved in, I've tried to make something special for her. My bank account is hurting, but it's not every day a beautiful woman from another world crashes at your place. It's funny to think about. Even though I haven't spoken to him in years, I still make this dish just like my dad did. I wonder what Brunhilde's family thinks of her. Are they proud of her for being a dark knight? I mean, she's working under the king of evil and everything, but I imagine that doesn't leave much time to go home. She must miss them. This world is nothing like hers. I'd get homesick too. I even felt that just moving to the city. But sometimes, there's no going home again. I know that. The spices frying in the olive oil makes the kitchen smell delicious. I take a deep breath. At least I'm here now. Sometimes, I never thought I'd make it this far. And Brunhilde is here with me, at least for the moment. Maybe the snack didn't go over as planned, but I still want to make Brunhilde lots of things she's probably never tried before. Food tastes better when it's shared, I think. I continue cooking, stirring the peppers and ginger. I wonder how many dinners like this we have left. It's so rare that you know something is the last time will ever happen. The last time I spoke to my old roommate was just a casual conversation. I think we ended with a see you later. The last time I had dinner with my grandmother before she passed, we planned on meeting again in 2 weeks. That never happened. I'm already starting to get used to having Brunhilde here. I'm already taking her for granted. And it's all based on me lying to her about the Grey Wizard. Once the tomatoes are in the dish, it only takes a little bit longer. I give one a little taste. It's good. No matter how things turn out with the Grey Wizard, at least I can provide for Brunhilde now. I'm just about to start plating the food with some rice, and I remember Brunhilde's potion. She's been carrying around this mysterious elixir the whole time she's been here. I have no idea what's in it, but it must mean a lot to her since she brought it with her. Maybe I could add some to the dish to remind her of home. Oh, no, don't do that. Do not do that. We are not doing that. This potion seems way too valuable if she just brought it over and we just put it in the sauce. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. That would seem like an idiot idea. No. She seems like she's been saving it for a special occasion. I bet it's something really important, like a super mana elixir plus or something. I shouldn't mess with her stuff. If I do, she might just turn the Hellfire Thorn Sword on me. Once dinner is ready, I plate up her food and set the table with some water. We sit down together. I watch eagerly for her reaction. You are staring quite intently. Oh, you see, I see. You wish that I be the one to curse this meal. By evil's will that this bread be placed before us, thy fate is to be consumed, as the Dark One consumes the sun and the sky. Amen. Amen. She takes a bite. Do you like it? I made it with love. This aroma, this delicate texture enrobed in this rich stew, it rouses even my cold and blackened heart. The dead might leap for joy. Were this to be brought back home, it would be more than worthy of my king's palate. I think she likes it. I'm glad. Ah, damn it. The rest of dinner is quiet. Brunhilde seems to fully let her guard down, like she's always expecting an enemy to pop out of nowhere. But in a few rare moments, she seems softer, maybe. That might be a strange word to describe her with. It's almost like I'm not describing her so much as someone she could have been, if she had been born into a softer world. If she had, though, we never would have met. Is it selfish for me to be happy that we did anyway? We must redouble our efforts post-haste. I will not allow the Grey Wizard to slip yet again through my fingers. Right. I know another place we can look. We found no trace of him at the lake, and even bribing the mallards with crumbs revealed not any new information. No. Yeah, this time for sure. I won't let you down again. I totally felt magical energy from the arcade downtown. Maybe he's concocting a plan involving, winning enough tickets to bring home the grand prize. That fiend. He shall not succeed. I let out a sigh of relief. Well, I'll get started on the dishes. You have my sword. I, don't think a sword is needed for that. Regardless, my aid is yours. I am at your disposal. A slew of mental images enter my mind at once. Okay. We get into a pretty comfortable routine. I wash, she dries. Using some type of hellish magic that physically hurts to look at, but the plates do look perfectly dry after. The stuffed rabbit, Brunhilde, sits in a place of honor at the counter, supervising the proceedings. The arcade is still on my mind. Maybe I could win another prize for Brunhilde. So, before you came here, what kind of games did you play for fun? A Dark Knight doesn't play games. You played a little bit of Donkey Kong with me. Donkey Kong is not a mere game, 'tis a work of art. To answer the inquiry, though I engaged not in leisure activities upon reaching knighthood, I did engage in games as a child. What was your favorite? One first would procure a hoop and a stick. Then, using the latter, the object would roll the hoop. The children delighted in hoop and stick, but none were as talented as I. I've heard of that one. Sounds, fun. One had to be there. You had to be there, bro. I partook in races and tug of war. To be able to best the boys felt gratifying, mayhaps. If I had to live as a man, I would excel at it. Yeah, I understand that. Such activities were used in conjunction with sparring in our downtime as knights. To beat the men at the point took them in a different meaning. Hold on. To beat the men at that point took on a different meaning. Okay. Alright, just making sure I read that correctly. I had been born anew as a woman, but 'twas merely the start of proving myself. Lest my king think I'd be... Lest my king think that I'd burdened him with my frivolities. Brunhilde, I'm sorry. Spare thy sympathy. I choose this path again. Speak candidly, Lady Donna. Upon arriving into this world, it was clear to me that your luxury and abundance has made your people soft. Such weakness offends me deeply. Truly, this land shall fall to the true king, and his peace shall be as eternal as the sky is black. Yet, as I have come to know you, I realize that were I born here as you were, I would be as soft as you are. And there is no quality in that I reveal, least of all your gentle heart. With the dishes done, she starts putting them away. I must avoid too much imposition upon my hostess. No, you can impose all you want. I mean, it's not imposing. I wind up grabbing the same plate as her. For a moment, our eyes meet. I like having you here, Brunhilde. I really do. Such flattery has no effect on me. I mean it. You're cool and strong and actually really nice. I actually, wish I was less soft. I used to get bullied a lot. I guess I'm used to being pushed around. It's just easier to put up with than to fight. So I really admire you. Like, I wish I was more like you, to be honest. How humorous to harbor envy for one another. It may be that was why we found our way to one another. We are complementary to one another, like hoop and stick. I was to refer to pigments upon a palette, but such a metaphor is suitable. We hold each other's gaze for a moment longer. I can't help but laugh. She does her signature dark chuckle, and then she puts away the last plate. There's a sudden air of finality in the kitchen. We linger for a moment longer. Let us retire for the evening. I shall stand first watch tonight. Brunhilde, you don't need to stand watch in our apartment. 'Twas merely a jest. Brunhilde, you made a jest? The implacable Dark Knight? I am not unaltered by this journey. As she says this, she picks up Brunhilde, like she's bringing her to bed. Our apartment, you did say? You would have me pay tribute to your lord as well? I realize all at once that is how I've been thinking of it. Um, I. Yes? I mean, no. You don't have to pay anything. Soon, it will just be my apartment again. Anyway. It is against my code to take advantage of a lady. Unless it is her request. What? She strokes her cheek with her thumb and places a palm-sized and heavy coin on the counter. For thy rent. With that, she heads to bed for the night. I think everyone has one pressing question about dark nights. How do they get ready for bed? Good lord. Damn. Okay. You're reading. It turns out mostly the same as the rest of us, except the gauntlets stay on. She tends to the rest of her armor before brushing her teeth and combing her hair, but other than that, our routine is pretty average. When she's not in armor, there's a vulnerability to her, sort of. She becomes a little more reserved. I imagine she feels like I do when I don't have my glasses on, or something. Bunhilde, the stuffed rabbit, sits on the bed, tucked part way under the covers. I join her, scrolling through my social media feed. Soon, Brunhilde sits down next to me. I bid thee a good night. Good night. Sleep well. Brunhilde takes the plushie in her arms, rolls on her side, and holds the plushie tight, burying it in her chest. I didn't even know it was possible to be jealous of a plushie. Say your piece. It's nothing. Sleep well, Brunhilde. I turn out the light. Well, if I can't be that plushie. I move over and hold her as the big spoon. Ah, she's the little jetpack. I'm smaller than her, so really it's more like a koala clinging to a tree. At first, she seems to tense up. I wonder if I made a mistake. But gradually, she seems to relax. Maybe she knows I would never hurt her. Even if I could. I actually learned the term jetpack from a friend of mine. You actually knew him as well from a previous job. He was a short guy, but he told me about how he dated like a girl that was like a foot taller than him. Terrible relationship, but he told me about how like he was like the big spoon, so that's where I heard him use the phrase jetpack originally. I don't think I would have learned that term elsewhere otherwise without him. I hope she knows that. Short King, yes he is. He got into great shape after he quit that job too, I think. Or he just got into great shape and taking care of himself after that relationship. She's warm and soft, despite the muscles. I feel my eyelids growing heavily. If our time together really is so limited, I want to remember every detail of this moment. The rise and fall of her chest, the feeling of her in my arms, her scent. Who the fuck is it? The knock at the door? Was I just dreaming that? No, that was definitely someone at the front door. Who could it be this late at night? I walk over to the door. I gently crack it open. Jesus! I am the Grey Wizard! What? Fools! As you've tarried with culinary farce, I've mastered my arcane arts. My magical shield nullifies all the foolish knight's attacks. The Hellfire Thorn Sword shall not so much as scratch me. I shall not stop until my glory is known before all eternity. Now you shall kneel. What? How is this possible? Imbecile. You are not the only one who has adapted to this realm. My sword carries not just the unholy power of the Dark One, but the love and belief of Lady Dana. This cannot be. The Grey Wizard begins to fade into dust, cackling madly. You have not won, Dark Knight. So long as even a single speck of me remains, my curse shall be upon your kingdom for all eternity. Oh, fuck! Ah! Ah! No! Really testing my voice acting tonight. And just my voice. Sorry. He was gonna cost me my security deposit unless I cleaned him up. She pulls me close, squeezing me so tight that my ribs pop. Ingenious, my lady. Loath as I am to admit it, the Grey Wizard's undoing would be impossible without thee. To think that, in the end, the fool came to us. His hubris was his undoing. Yeah, well, I guess that's it, huh? You defeated the Grey Wizard. You can finally go home. 'Tis true. My quest has been completed. Upon my return, I shall seek recompense from my king for your services. Oh my god, if I could read. Brunhilde, about that, I wasn't really helping you find the Grey Wizard. I never knew where he was. You were just really cool, and I wanted to be around you, and those ducks at the park didn't have any information. We gave them the bread for free. I lied to you, Brunhilde. You can excruciate me if you want, but knowing I let you down hurts the most. I stare at my feet, waiting for the end to come. I feel cold, strong fingers upon my chin. You foolish, foolish girl. I knew from the start. What? But I was lying to you, and I wasted your time. You took me into your home. You allowed me to partake in meals such as protein shake with you. This world would have been labyrinthine had I... Oh my god. Oh. I'm just gonna start the line over, I swear. This world would have been labyrinthine had I to navigate it alone. I was aware that I was delaying my quest, yet I have felt this way not in many moons. What way? Normal. Partaking in entertainments before rest rather than training drills and prayers. Spending time with someone without awaiting their inevitable betrayal. Lady Dana, I thank thee most sincerely. And Hilde, now, with the Grey Wizard slain, surely you thought not for a moment that I would return alone? I stand by my words from long ago. I may be wed to evil, but no rule forbids me from taking a girlfriend. You are mine, Lady Dana. This fate we share as one. There shall be no escape. Even in death, our skeletons shall be intertwined. She pulls me closer, lifting me up in her strong embrace, and kisses me. It feels like I'm floating, and not just because I'm literally not touching the ground. I'm together with the woman I love, safe in her arms. With the Grey Wizard felled, nothing can come between us now. To be not only accepted, but loved, desired even. It's more than I ever dreamed of. More than I ever dared to dream of. And yet, it's here. It's happening. And we're going to be together forever. Now, shalt I cleave open a rift into my world? About that. Do you want to wait until tomorrow? It's late and we were just about to lie down. If that is your wish, I shall obey. And we'll need more snacks for the journey, like a road trip. More false worms. There's way more junk to try. That's the beauty of this realm. A land of great bounty indeed. Shall we delay our return? I shall pose no objections. So long as the time is spent by your side, it shall be time well spent. Damn! That was good. For a very short visual novel, that was good. I liked it. I'm so glad I added that one to my wish list. And now, I really wouldn't mind a slushie. Well, I mean, I don't know about like how much I'm getting into them. I mean, we'll see. We got a second one planned for tonight, but like I said, we'll see. All right, Strachan, how late does it have to be before you say like we can't go get slushies tonight? Like how late does it have to be where like the cutoff is? Because like I could be down for a late night slushy run. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I could go for like a blue raspberry or a blue raspberry cherry like mix. Bro, where even has slushies? Is there somewhere nearby? Yeah, just about all the nearby gas stations have slushies. As long as they're open, you can get a slushie. And I'm pretty sure those things are always running. Just because they know that, like, especially if you're like a gas station slushie, where else are you going to get one? They're always open. Try to, like, I challenge you to find a gas station that is closed currently. I mean, I don't know if you want to... Yeah. Yep. Slushy time. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for stopping by. I hope that you all have a wonderful evening and a good night. Happy spooky season. I hope to catch you all on the next one. Bye.